Good morning. It's Easter Monday and I've just finished off teaching our full body / HIIT class in the running hub. Normally this class is 7 o'clock on Monday nights, but because it's Easter, I thought I'd do a morning class so that everyone can enjoy the rest of their Easter, especially if most people have got it off work. It's always nice to work out first thing in the morning, I find, and then chill out for the rest of the day. Bit of a weird one. We had glorious sunshine yesterday. It was just a gorgeous day. And then now we've got snow. So there's not really much else planned for Monday. James is out for a recovery run. My plan says rest today, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. We've had a really nice couple of days being social in various gardens. I've been able to catch up with my friends from school, went over to my parents' garden on Saturday, and then we had a couple of people over yesterday for a barbecue, which was lovely, wasn't it, Harry? Today's plan is literally just to chill on this sofa. I'm going to shower, change, probably going to put my pyjamas on if I'm being honest, and then just relax for the rest of the day because we don't get the opportunity to do that much here in this household. Just chill out and relax. So that's the plan for today. Probably eat some Easter chocolate as well. And then tomorrow is a track session. I've only got less than 2 weeks till Essex Half now, so actually quite nervous about that. Don't feel ready for the half, but obviously it's just, and James hasn't told me how I'm racing it yet, so we're just gonna see how it goes. I guess the target will probably just be to run as fast as I can. The winter half in December I did a 1:33, so I'm hoping that I can do that, if not quicker, hey? Depending on what the weather's like. So yeah, that's us for Monday, and I'll check in with you tomorrow when we're back at the track. Woohoo!
No, not yet. We're not ready for 45 yet. Yeah.
Gotta go for a run in the snow. Harry, what are you thinking? It's snowing. What's going on? He's like, what is this stuff? Oh. No, don't fancy it? No. I always feel like a bank robber in this hat. But it's now Tuesday evening. Yeah, is it? Yeah, the bank holiday's thrown me. There was a 5k run on the plan and we have got a curry for dinner. James fancied naan bread, so he shoved me out the front door to get some to complement our dinner. So it was quite a nice incentive really actually just to get out because, you know, run there, run back. Super simple, rather than just like going out for a 5k loop. I've done this session, well, this run, because last week I skipped the 5k and my Wednesday run didn't feel too great. So I've made sure that I've done it. It's late, it's like 6:45. I haven't run this late in quite a long time, but I'm glad that I've done it and hopefully it will help for tomorrow. FYI, this is like my dream house. So we live in a road which is quite old, but at either side of the end of them they've built these new houses. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm going to manifest it and one day it will be mine. So whenever the person or the neighbour moves in, I'll give them a knock and ask them if they need any running coaching, just so I can look inside, because it looks beautiful and I just love this street where we live. But home to dinner, still got some more plans to write because of the bank holiday. But yeah, also started the run in snow and it's just turned out to be a gorgeous evening. You can't really see it, that doesn't really do it justice. But yep, let's go and take the naan bread home for James. Wednesday recovery run done. and without even realising it, had a very strong run right there. Just looked at the stats, 8:11 average pace. I wouldn't say it was like super easy, but James has said on these Wednesday runs, it's fine if I take it steady within reason, so that I can just get everything flowing again and moving before tomorrow's session, but without sort of making it worse for tomorrow. But there was a couple of miles that were a lot slower, but that was just because it was I picked quite a hilly route on purpose to try and slow me down, without realising the other ones were close to 8 if not under. So maybe I am fitter than I thought. Loads of work going on in the street today. Time to update some more plans and then school bus up. Not sure what that bin was doing there. But yeah, Wednesday done. Sun's come out to play on Thursday. Finished my session now. Today's plan was 4 miles at target half marathon pace. Now I'm not sure if that's the pace I'll be hitting next weekend, but it's the target half pace in the future. Today was like super windy. It's like 3 of the 4 miles, but the last mile I finished strong. Boys are doing 30 minutes, so I'm just gonna wait for them, take a few pictures and then cool down. Hello and happy Friday. It feels like a lot of my sort of sit down chats are from this chair. It's obviously my desk chair. We've got a kitty cat, we've got one kitty cat up here and we've got another one down here. Howie. James hates it when I say no to Harry's name like this. I'm like, Howie. No, they're zonked out. But Friday, rest day, and some good news. I have a race on Sunday. It's a bit of a last minute thing. So some of our clients are doing the Castle Creep 10 miler, or it's a Castle Creep a little further, it's called. I've got 12 miles in the plan, so why not go and do a race? And the thinking behind it more so is that the race is next weekend in Essex, but I haven't physically got up, had my breakfast, put my kit on and got to a race in quite a long time. So I thought it'd be great practice to do so, get back into that routine again. But also I'm feeling quite nervous ahead of Essex because of like own pressures and, you know, putting like a time pace on it and things. Whereas I hope that by doing Sunday, I can remove that kind of pressure and just get myself into sort of doing a race again. I don't know if I spoke much about the tempo yesterday, but it was 4 miles tempo, windy as hell around the lake, and average pace was 6:49, I think. And, you know, if I was looking for a PB, I'd have to hit that pace for all 13.1 miles. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. So we will see. I'm sure if James told you, he's like, you're there. If it's me, I'm like quite not there yet. But let's just hope the taper does its magic. And on that note, our new podcast episode this week is all about the taper. James and I sat down to talk about what the taper is, how long it should last, how to execute it, our experiences and all stuff like that. So available, searching the Running Hub via Apple and Spotify. So that's kind of, I think, where we're at for today's updates. It's just a very busy admin day for me. Just been working on some social media bits, some Running Hub admin, planning next week's classes, and then I've got just some training plans to update for clients. So Running Hub, if you're interested, you've got a marathon upcoming in the autumn and you just want to get stronger, we have weekly classes. We've got a supportive community. We give you great knowledge and advice every single week, and you just want to sort of level up your own training journey, then come and join the Running Hub. Send me a message and we can get you in the doors. So Saturday, tomorrow, just easy run, 40 minutes and a coffee. And then Sunday is race day. Woo! Although I don't think I'll really be racing it. I think I've got to try and control it. So we'll see on that one. So the big decisions, cats, is what trainers for next week. So do I go with the Alpha Flies or do I go for the Vapor Flies? What do you think, cats? What do you think, Harry? Which ones? Point which ones you think. Oh, Harry's going for the Vapor Flies. But yeah, let me know, guys. I'm really just undecided. So from what I've heard is the Vapor Flies are really good for anything up to half marathon, and then the Alphas you go for sort of marathon distance. But I'd be curious to hear what other people's thoughts are, and yeah, help me choose what I'm going to wear at the Essex Half Marathon next weekend. Are you going for the alpha flies now, Harry? Well, you're not helping my choice out, are you?
Hello, and welcome to Race Day. Place where all racers can race.
James just taking the mick out of our podcast intro. But Sunday is race day for the first time this year for me. Woohoo! So this was a last minute race. I've got 12 miles on the plan. This is a 10 miler, so why the hell not? I thought, get myself into a routine of getting used to getting up, getting prepped, and getting to a race start as well. Like, sort of woke up with those sort of like pre-race kind of nerves. The plan today is I don't actually 100% know, but I've got to do a 2 mile warm up and then 8 miles steady and then 2 miles faster. I need to clarify paces, but James essentially said just go and race today but not exert too much energy, because I've got a half marathon next weekend, so the idea is to get used to racing but without pushing it too much, so that I'm too tired and then recovery takes a lot longer than what it needs to. So just make it a feel good race effort, I think. It's pretty cold out there today, but it's sunny, so I'm hoping for a nice day. It's organised by Big Cow Sports or Big Cow Events, who are a local company based in Milton Keynes, and get on with them really well. We've done a podcast with them before. Heather, I hope she's there. She normally does I think it's called PA.
MC.
The MC.
Might check.
So hopefully have a little chat with her before the race, and then yeah, just be good to be back out there again, feel that race day atmosphere, and hopefully see some people in running hub vests. Ooh. Here we are, just warming up, and it's like a crisp morning. So I've got my new running hub vest on, number. I've got my Red Way Runners arm sleeves on. Yeah, just doing a little out and back. Exciting times, race day, come on. So the finish is over here, and we got Heather, the MC, and start is just over here. What a bloody nightmare. We're like 3.5 miles in, and there's a point of the course that had 2 arrows. We went straight, should have gone left. And James was like running the route in reverse, so I called him. And he's told me to follow this way. And apparently we'll get back on course. This is really shit. But reality of racing on a smaller scale. So frustrating. So the end of week 6. What a week it's been. So it's been a bit of a challenging week in the sense that it's time to start tapering, but obviously still wanting to train at the same time. But yeah, just a quick recap. Tuesday's intervals were amazing. I didn't really talk about them, but yeah, it was like the fastest 400 meters track session that I've done probably in like ever. Consistently hitting like 124, 125, which is for me really, really good. So I was really happy with that. Then Thursday's tempo session was good. It was hard because of the wind, like I mentioned previously, but yeah, just somehow ended up 6:49 pace overall, which was good. Like I said, hopefully I can maintain that pace for a half marathon at some point, whether that's next week or not, who knows. And then, yeah, just to finish off with this week's race. It's just a real shame. When I recorded that, I was like right in the thick of like being lost. And essentially what had happened is at an underpass, there was 2 arrows, one going straight and one going left. Now, the marshal that was there was unsure on what way you were meant to go. And they obviously just hadn't checked soon enough what way you should have gone. Apparently one of the signs, both signs said like left, but one of them had been changed, and like they'd sent someone round at the course at 7:30 in the morning and all was fine, and it somehow had been moved, which just meant that I took a half mile extra detour and I was 7th lady overall. Now, because there was 4 waves, I finished first lady of my wave, but then there was obviously ladies in the other waves after me, and I got bumped down to 7th in a time of 1:19. But if I had probably, you know, average pace was 7:33 overall. So if you take that, that's like 3 3:45 or something, like 3:46 minutes that I could have shaved off if I had just run 10 miles. So my time would have been 1:15 something, and I think it would have possibly put me into second place overall. But what I have to think about now is that it wasn't a target race. It wasn't going to be a PB over 10 miles anyway. So if it would have been either of those, I would have been quite annoyed and frustrated. It's not the company's fault, essentially. And I don't want to put down like Big Cow Running at all, because they always put on such sterling events. But it's just one of these things that did happen, unfortunately. And I just had to use it as race experience. I didn't kind of do the whole 8 easy, 2 steady, because I kind of just went out as steady and just kind of held the pace for the time. After going wrong, I had such an adrenaline surge. It was just, it just kind of pushed me, catapulted me forward. So I was happy overall with how, like, sort of like the run felt and things like that. But it can't be helped. And yeah, just can't be bothered because it wasn't a target race. And also, you know, a thing that I thought of was actually like someone else might get an award now that like might not have got an award before. So apparently like first, second, third get sent out award in the post, and you know, if it goes to someone else, then yeah, fair play to them. So yeah, hopefully I can make someone else's day by going wrong. So yeah, a good week, 42 miles to the week in total to wrap up, and then we really hit the taper next week. And then see how we get on in Essex Half Marathon. So rather than sort of trying to talk about too much about training, I'll probably try and talk about how I prepare for the taper. As I said before, I think in last week's episode, James and I recorded a podcast about the taper on the Running Hub podcast, so you can go and check that out. I'll leave a link below. But yeah, a good week. I'm happy with that. You know, solid intervals. Got all my sort of like recovery and easy runs in. They're getting faster. The tempo run was fairly good. Felt harder than it should have because of the wind, but the pace was there, and a good race to finish off on Sunday. And it just was so nice to be out in my Running Hub vest, seeing other people, and just getting that race day vibe again. So yeah, good week, and let's continue it into the main race week. See you next week, guys.